Feature Joe Dabrowski, Mark Madden with you once again for an explosive six-man tag team matchup that almost boiled over earlier on in the night.
I can't believe John McChesney's the proverbial good guy now. I missed like one IWC show and he's suddenly beloved.
And these men we're about to see are the antithesis of beloved. The embodiment of evil, Krinson. There is Warchild seconding them, the former Aiden Vale who was abducted by Krinson some weeks ago. We haven't seen him since.
Now, he doesn't look abducted to me. He looks like a willing participant.
Well, I think he's been perhaps tortured, brainwashed, forced into willingness, because this is not the same guy we saw a few weeks ago. Totally different demeanor.
So it's like Scientology.
Well, only this is happening, actually. Well, the strength is absolutely Warchild. We've seen John Boland show amazing power in his prior identity. With Crimson's hatred in his head and his heart, there's no telling what he's capable of. And it is a six-man tag, but notice, 4 Dead Wrestling Society members out here. After John McChesney was given that gift of the IWC Physical Championship belt that he had held for 2 years, after he had that matchup with Matt Hardy, and Matt told him, you have all it takes, you just don't have the right allegiances, i.e. Justin Lamar, we've seen a major change of heart from John McChesney for the better.
Well, no matter what side of the street John McChesney walks, he is what he says he is, big league, a top performer for many, many years here at IWC, and I see him as his team's difference maker, well, until the 6'11 guy shows up.
And here comes Asylum, jumpstarts this matchup. Again, 4 DWS in the ring, and Asylum, McChesney flies in. Asylum injured by Warchild and Krinson some weeks ago at a non-IWC live event. He couldn't wait for retribution.
And it's 2-on-4 right now.
And Asylum, the person too aggressive for rugby, finds himself in major problems.
See, I thought when Asylum got in there and jump-started, oh, hold the phone!
That can only mean one thing. And Double M, notice the t-shirt, Kevin Nash, full-fledged member of Team Big League tonight.
No doubt on that, and I'm telling you, Kevin Nash is in great shape. One of the featured stars of the movie Magic Mike 2 coming out this summer. He had to train hard to reprise his role as Tarzan, and he is ready to go tonight. You'll notice that 6'11 guy will really clear the ring, won't he?
Yeah, no kidding. 2 weeks ago, Kevin Nash enshrined in the WWE Hall of Fame, but not going to slow him down a bit.
And I couldn't be happier. I mean, here's a guy, a great performer in WWE, is Diesel, the world champ, and revolutionized wrestling as part of the NWO invasion. I hope at some point the entire NWO gets inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, because the closest WWE ever came to being a clear-cut number 2 for an appreciable amount of time, maybe even in danger of going out of business, it was because of this guy, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall.
But will Kevin Nash put the Dead Wrestling Society out of business?
I've just been handed directions out of here for after the show, John, because I will be taking Kevin Nash to his hotel near the Pittsburgh airport, and if I get lost, he will yell at me.
So you're like the Virgil to his DiBiase.
Something like that, yes.
I enjoyed the disgust on your faces. I named up Virgil. Be that as it may, Asylum distracted, and there you see classic DWS.
They are a force to be reckoned with. They can match power for power, and boy, they're dedicated to the cause.
Krinson is brooding, he is evil. Krinson watched as all of his friends moved on to bigger opportunities in wrestling, watched as his personal life fell apart thanks to wrestling, and that's where this evil began to manifest from.
Hey, everybody's personal life falls apart thanks to wrestling, Joe. He just found a way to get some good out of it.
Channeled that aggression for sure. And what an amazing transformation between the John Bolin you and I have known for 10 years.
I like this John Bolin. I think he's got it going on. I think when what you've been doing doesn't quite get you to where you want to go, and John Bolin's had a lot of success, but you got to find a way to manufacture a new kind of energy, a different kind of energy. I think John Bolin's better than ever, although he's taking a bit of a beating right now.
That Warchild was responsible for the injury to Asylum some weeks ago. This is a collision I've personally been looking forward to. Two men very evenly matched.
Asylum's looking good so far. He sees the decided advantage against the guy who can match him for power, who can match him for acumen, who can match him in every way. Here comes Big Sexy.
And Nash goes to work. His IWC debut.
Kevin Nash has 4 moves, Joe, and all of them hurt.
Now, with Kevin Nash, the simplest things can do the most damage. And when the Dead Wrestling Society picked a fight with Asylum and McChesney, I'm sure they never fathomed, hey, come on!
Well, I mean, how else are you going to stop him?
Vale gets involved. And the tides have been turned. Warchild on top. Warchild can pin Kevin Nash here. That'd be a huge headline.
It takes a bit more than that. A bit more than that.
Well, credit to DWS for getting Nash off his feet in a defensive position. Also, unfamiliar territory for Kevin Nash. And again, Bale getting involved.
Now, see, the referee being played here, it's too easy. The referee got to do a better job than that.
Certainly easy to make that claim from here, but when you got 6, really 7 combustible elements out there.
I'd be the worst referee ever. I freely admit that.
Krinson with a knee. Oh, we got the best in the area. Bobby Williams in there.
Krinson looking good, taking an aggressive stance with Nash.
Has that neck crimped. All of his body weight over top of Nash. Nash has to get to his feet to get the leverage back on his side.
And a 6'11" guy is always going to get that leverage back. Always.
Well, Nash does at this point. Oh, here we go. Huge side slam. Krinson bowed up in pain.
Yeah, but that took a little bit out of Kev, too. That was a rally for the 6'11" big man. But I give DWS a lot of credit because if you were in there with Nash, you'd play dump and chase. You'd try to get the shift over with to get the next guy out there to face. They're taking it right to Nash, but Nash now with the tag.
Not even Degeneration X made Nash look like that a couple of weeks ago at WrestleMania, but now it's Gangrel and John McChesney one-on-one. And it's all big league at the moment. Statistically, the greatest star, the greatest champion in IWC history with a pinpoint picture-perfect dropkick.
Oh, what a suplex. He is all over Gangrel. Gangrel, though, a shot to the ribs from a prone position. Some good defense there, and now it goes outside the ring.
Yeah, Gangrel as tough as they come as well. We've seen him in many hardcore wars over the years. And you see Gangrel lands back of the head on this thinly, not even really protected, covered floor.
Well, I'll tell you, McChesney may be cheered by the fans now, but to me, he's wrestling exactly the same way, and I like it. That's what breeds excellence, consistency.
Warchild looking to breed some punishment.
Oh!
Great rotation on that
Look at the power on Warchild.
Gangrel cover. Certainly, we always saw those great star credentials in John McChesney, but really it was that strength in numbers, that team big league, and of course that relationship with Justin LaBar that really held McChesney back from showing what he's truly capable of in the opinion of many.
Well, now's his chance to prove it. Now's his chance to prove the people who thought he should be a fan favorite correct. I just sound like Bill Apter.
We saw, as long as you don't say rule breaker, we saw John McChesney defeat Joseph Brooks, formerly of Team Big League, in a steel cage in Clearfield.
One thing you got to say about McChesney, he's never, ever backed down. Ah, boy.
A tree of woe. Somewhere Kevin Sullivan is smiling.
That was quite a unique variation to pull the neck backwards from outside the ring. I bet that hurt a lot.
Absolutely. And Warchild had a lot of hair to work with on that exchange. Like a vulture. Connects with the spear. This could do it. I've never seen Warchild this focused, this aggressive. Mix it up with Asylum.
Warchild and Krinson, they might have the faces painted. They might have the dark attitude, but they can go. They can go. They're having a great match so far, and here comes Gangrel.
That's what makes them all so dangerous. And they're motivated by misery and pain. They don't really particularly care about championships or win-loss records.
That's the way to go. That's how I live my life.
Oh, Gangrel went for that impaler. McChesney countered, but Gangrel quick to adjust. There's that power drive elbow. Cover to almost Muda-esque by Gangrel.
It's tough to pick a winner right now, Joe, because you look at what everybody's done so far in the match. Ain't no weak link. Ain't nobody letting their team down in the least little bit. Boy, if I'd come up with gems like that back when, I might still be working in the big time.
But I'll tell you what, for the men in the ring, this is as big as it gets. IWC Wrestling, Meadville Night of Superstars. For Crimson, all about a chance to send a message at the expense of the greatest perhaps in IWC history, and one of the greatest of all time as well, Kevin Nash.
They're starting to cut off the ring on McChesney, though, and as accomplished as he is, you can only take so much so long, and right now, boy, you can see the stuffing coming out of him.
McChesney got the elbow up, desperation counter. Oh, Crimson has him trapped. Listen to this impact.
Oh!
Jeez. The back of McChesney's head bounced off the canvas. What a violent, violent landing for two.
Yeah, there's some whiplash effect there. Sometimes it's not the blow, but it's the way the guy lands after he takes it.
And to your point earlier, McChesney closer and closer to Dead Wrestling Society territory.
Yeah, you just get pulled into that web. It's like quicksand. I'm mixing my metaphors here, but the more you struggle, it's tougher to get out. And they've kept him so isolated, there's not even been the chance for Asylum or Nash to, catch somebody as they wander close and try to relieve the pressure even for a second.
You gotta wonder if the DWS has its intentions of having a member of Team Big League as McChesney counters into their fold. McChesney with a chance here, but man, questionable moves to take that big of a risk when you're certainly have that many cobwebs to clear.
Yeah, and I wouldn't headbutt somebody after I've been taking a beat. I don't know if that's going to help you out in the long run.
Missile drop kick, nicely done. And this could be a turning point in this matchup. Could be do or die for Team Big League.
Boy, what a battler McChesney is. Sometimes the talented ones don't work hard. He's talented and gives max effort.
And here we go, Warchild and Asylum. And Asylum getting some retribution for that assault. Let's him think about it. Staggering power. Asylum. Almost shades of the old John Bolin meltdown. Not sure if Warchild has that in his arsenal. But either way, message received. That ticked him off.
Oh! How about the impact on that elbow, Joe?
Oh, yeah. When you run into Warchild, it feels like Warchild ran into you. And Asylum, trapped here. Asylum's been in IWC for over a year. I've never seen anyone manhandle Asylum like Warchild.
Trading blows, the power evident. I'm not sure this is a good idea for either man, Joe.
Who's gonna budge? Warchild got the knee up. Tough to see where it connected, but Asylum responds in kind. But a Dr. Bomb action. Could happen. Asylum! Asylum has pinned Warchild.
Wow! What a burst of power and energy. And this is a make it big night for Asylum, Joe.
We looked at McChesney and Nash as big game players, but we kind of forgot about Asylum. What? Aiden Vale back in the ring. He's causing us problems.
This isn't a good idea.
Famous last words, perhaps, for Aiden Vale.
And might I add, the Dead Wrestler Society left them out there.
Vale is all alone and the straps come down.
This is like Magic Mike 3.
Jackknife!
Joe, you can leave them wanting more, or you can leave them laying. Kevin Nash chose the latter.
The Dead Wrestling Society had a path of destruction throughout the year thus far, but McChesney reaches deep into that contacts list. Not just Asylum, but big sexy Kevin Nash. Certainly a major blow to the momentum of the DWS, but the question you have to ask, you know Crimson's not going to go away. Kevin Nash won't be here next month. Crimson may. How will he respond?
Well, no, like you said, the Dead Wrestler Society ain't in it for titles. I'm not even sure they're concerned about wins and losses. They just want to punish, they just want to hurt, and they are not going away.
Another new member of Team Big League celebrating with John McChesney, Asylum, and Kevin Nash. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a festive atmosphere, as it always is in Meadville. Night of Superstars 4. For Mark Madden, Matt Seidel, all the other colleagues throughout the night, this is Joe Dabrowski. We'll see you next time on IWC DVD.